Center, giving you a sneak peek at your Tuesday.
That's right. And Kelly, in a lot of respects, it looks very similar to what we had outside for your Monday. The one exception is that it does look like temperatures will end up a little shy of how much we heated up yesterday. So still hot out there with temperatures above average, but not quite as hot as yesterday. Thunderstorm activity projected to return this afternoon or midday through this evening, and it looks pretty substantial, and that is also elevating our fire danger across our region throughout your Tuesday as well. Here's the view outside over Highway 99 in South Chico. This is around that Southgate Lane exit. You're not seeing any impacted travel early on today, but that commute home could be a very different story as the threat of thunderstorms ramps back up across portions of our region. And it does look like we could be seeing parts of the valley impacted again late today into this evening as well. But it's mostly mountain zones seeing the lion's share of this active weather that's projected. Red flag warning for high fire danger going back into effect at 1 p.m. this afternoon, lasting through 9 p.m. this evening. This is for Modoc, Siskiyou, and Trinity County zones. And the primary reason why this is issued is the threat of lightning spark fires from thunderstorm activity. Flood watch in effect from noon through 9 p.m. today for areas of Lassen and Plumas counties. That's due to the threat of heavy rainfall associated with those thunderstorms. Over burn scars, what happens is that those burn scar areas, the ground can't saturate or can't absorb as much moisture. That leads to mudslides and debris flow. So that is a big concern for us this afternoon and tonight as the rain could get heavy. And we're also dealing with the third day in a row of this very active weather with potential for heavy rain. So that could really overwhelm the ground. Temperatures right now mostly in the 70s along I-5 in the valley. 77 degrees for Redding, 74 degrees for Red Bluff and Willows, still 81 degrees for Chico. Reporting site in Orville still down early on today. Temperatures in the 60s to mid-70s in the foothills. We're in the 50s in most mountain zones right now. Humidity not recovering very well overnight. 45% for Redding, 34% for Chico. Likely to see humidity dipping to below 30% this afternoon. Lower those numbers are, the drier the air is, easier it is for fires to start. So that's why we pay such close attention to that this time of year. Wind right now out of the north to 5 miles an hour in Red Bluff, but we'll see a shift to south winds later on today, and those winds do get a little stronger out of the west late this afternoon into this evening in areas for the northern and northwestern zones of the valley. Gusts up to 30 to 40 miles an hour, not out of the question for the northern end of the valley this evening. That elevates fire danger again, and then it's winds out of the south gusting up to around 20 miles an hour for tomorrow afternoon, and then winds not quite as substantial on Thursday and still mostly out of the south, and that is good news. That should usher in at least a welcome cooling influence that'll keep our high temperatures somewhat in check. Satellite and radar. Clouds persisting across our region, although they're pretty thin right now, and the activity fizzled out in the overnight hours, but is projected to resurge again later today. 2 areas of high pressure off the coast driving the heat, and then we have these troughs of low pressure along the west coast drawing in enough moisture to kick off more instability and thunderstorm activity later on today. So working through the day today, we've got some clearing overnight. Some clouds overhead, a mix of sun and clouds to start the day as you head out the door. We'll see the chance for more active weather popping up in the Sierra by noon, but sunshine in the valley, and then higher elevations mid-afternoon into this evening. Very active thunderstorm activity looking likely, and there's a decent chance for some sliding through Shasta and Tehama counties this evening as well. Following that, we're going to see that threat of thunderstorms mostly just retreating to east of the valley in the Sierra for tomorrow. Following that, it's partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies and dry conditions through your Labor Day weekend. Temperatures today ending up in the upper 80s to mid 90s for the northern mountains. We'll end up in the 70s to upper 80s for the Sierra and southern Cascades. Foothills, 80s to low 90s for your Tuesday afternoon. And if you're in the valley, temperatures in the upper 90s to lower triple digits for the northern end of the valley, ending up in the mid to upper 90s in the mid valley later today. So again, these are still just slightly above average, just not as hot as it was yesterday. Another little dip in temperatures for tomorrow, leaving us in the mid 90s with mostly just sunshine in the valley. Back to the upper 90s late this week, and that's where we're going to stay through your Labor Day weekend with overnight lows mostly in the 60s. So Kelly, the heat still persisting through your Labor Day weekend, but temperatures only slightly above average, and it looks like we might be done with triple digits for your extended forecast after today.
Love it. Okay, thanks, Court.